Hello, hello. This is Gerald Celente, and it's Thursday, June 3rd, 2021. And here are some of today's trends in the news. Over here in the States on the market front, Dow is way down about over 250 points, but boop, closed down only about 25. Now, on the good news that they hired more people, but we're going to know the real numbers tomorrow. Gold took a hit today, man. Down 2%. Oil's still flat, but it's above $71 a barrel for that Brent crude, and that's big because it has to do with inflation. And again, this Trends Journal that just went out on Tuesday, we got a lot about inflation there, and there's a great article in there also by Gregory Mannarino. So inflation is going to be the game here. And that's going to change the whole market front, the economies, on and on and on. We have it in detail, been writing about it in detail. Trendsjournal.com for history before it happens. And what else do we have here? Well, rich nations, well, not that one, hold it here. Going for the gold, here we go. Russia to eliminate U.S. dollar from sovereign wealth fund. Russia's sovereign wealth fund will take a punt on gold and slash $40 billion of its U.S. currency entirely out of its investment portfolio. Speaking today, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov backed the decision, saying, quote, "The de-dollarization process is constant. It is, in fact, now visible to the naked eye. It's taking place not only in our country, but also in many countries around the world, which have begun to experience concerns about the reliability of the main reserve currency." It goes on. You go to this week's Trends Journal. We wrote about this in detail before this happened. When is the dollar going to be replaced, and what is it going to be replaced by? We have the forecast. And it's ironic that gold took such a big hit today just when this was announced. It's not ironic. The markets are rigged. The lousy scum pieces of garbage crap, the J.P. Morgan Chase gang, was fined $900 million for rigging the precious metals market. And that's only part of it. We had another story in this week about another little gang rigging the markets. The markets are totally rigged. It's a joke when you see these meme stocks going up and down. Grow up. AMC. Oh, yeah. Everybody's going to be rushing to the movies and the stocks are going to go flying high. So, anyway, very interesting, because China deploys financial crisis era measures to temper renminbi's rally. China is resorting to measures not used since the global financial crisis to temper the rally in its currency, as it battles rising commodity prices and slowing growth, with analysts predicting more action to come. However, some policymakers in China have argued in favor of a stronger yuan. The People's Bank of China this month wrote an editorial which was subsequently deleted. Again, we wrote about this in the Trends Journal this week before this is being written, which was deleted because they want the currency to appreciate to counter surging global commodity prices. The bottom line in this is, in a number of years, not too many away, just several years, the Chinese economy is going to be the biggest in the world. So where's the dollar going? Where's gold going? Where's silver going? We wrote about it. What was this Trends Journal? Another about 140 pages, 30,000 words. Yeah. I watched the news all day yesterday. What a bunch of shit. They must think we're all morons. And of course, that's a quote from my beloved Aunt Zizzy in my book, What Zizzy Gave Honey Boy. Zizzy is the Neapolitan dialect for auntie. Z is aunt, Zizzy is your auntie. And that's what inspired me to write the book. Anyway, going back to the dollar, going back to what just happened in Russia today, and going back to inflation. Again, it's in detail. The Federal Reserve announced yesterday that it'll be winding down its program that purchases tens of billions of dollars of corporate assets to shore up the economy during the pandemic. That's from the Cartoon News Network. How about, what are you kidding me? Buying corporate bonds? Oh yeah, we'll buy them from our big buddies. The rest of you, we're going to lock down. You could go fuck yourself. No, we'll fuck you. We'll close down everything and we'll buy our buddies crap shit. All right? It's right in front of your eyes. And don't tell me to watch my language. This is shit language. These are fucking curse words. Corporate bonds. Corporate shit. To make the bigs bigger, as all us workers in Slavelandia just follow orders. The Federal Reserve currently holds $13.7 billion worth of corporate assets. Corporate assets? Yeah, corporate ass shits. Don't you see what's going on here? The corporate ass shits are in addition to another $7 trillion worth of government debt that the Fed said it will continue to purchase to keep the economic recovery humming. Humming? The bigs own everything. The cheap money, they're buying up everything. I go to places, I used to go to hardware stores. I go to Home Depot, Lowe's. My heart breaks watching these people work. Well, what's their future? Oh, you got a better one at Amazon, I know. And they're going to keep, and Jerome Powell said that it wasn't even time to start thinking about tapering the purchase of treasury bonds. You know, $120 billion a month. Inflation rises in wealthy countries. Yeah, no kidding. Startup aims to sell small investors on wager of single-family rentals. I'm mentioning this because the bigs are also buying up houses everywhere and renting them out because the single-family rental industry has been booming as institutional investors in big public companies look to profit from rising demand from suburban houses, the growing popularity of remote work, blah, 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 while millennials choose, they can't afford to buy a house. All right? Elliott buys large stake in Dropbox. Elliott Management Corp. has taken a sizable stake in software company Dropbox, the latest target for activist hedge funds. I'm mentioning this because we've been writing about it every week. They're buying up everything. Hedge funds, private equity groups. They didn't exist when I was a young guy. This is criminal stuff. The bigs are getting, the billionaires got $8 trillion richer. This is just disgusting. Because here's the good news from yesterday's Wall Street Journal. Median CEO pay sets fifth straight record. Median pay reached $13.4 million for chief executives of the biggest U.S. companies in 2020, setting a fifth straight annual record in a year. Yeah, everybody, all you little non-essential businesses, I'm scumbag, little dictator Andy Cuomo. I'm shithead DeWine. I'm scumbag Gavin. I'm Litless Whitmere. I'm piece of shit Murphy. I'm one little scumbag prick bastard governor that shuts down all the non-essential businesses while the bigs get richer. You better grow up and do something, everybody listening. And I'm fighting. We had that rally here. The weather was terrible. It stopped raining about 40 minutes before the rally began. And almost 400 people showed up. Go to OccupyPeace.com and donate. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Donate. You're not donating when you get to Trends Journal. $129 a year for this. What are you kidding? A weekly? $2 a week? You buy some shitty newspaper, it costs more than $2 a day. So if you want to get this thing going, and I'm starting the United Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice, because I had enough of these pieces of shit that are destroying our lives. Hey, you look at this stuff. The numbers. Disgusting. Disgusting. General Electric CEO Larry Culp received equity grants in 2020 of $100 million by year's end. Meat prices rise after JBS hack. And I mention this because JBS, how about FUCK? You got a couple of companies that are running the whole show over here. Oh, and you know who hacked them? The Russians. Yeah, the Russians did it. Like they bullshitted about Russiagate. A lying bunch of son of a bitches. And to be equal daughters of bastards. Truth in Vaccination Bill protecting vax records from fraud passes New York State Senate. This just happened. Just broke. New York State Senate passed legislation where it makes it a crime to create a fraudulent COVID-19 vaccination card. You read the crap by these low-life scum that are senators. Get the hell out of here. I was the assistant to the secretary of the New York State Senate. What a bunch of scumbags. What a bunch of low-life pieces of shit. 99% of them. We're using vaccine cards and passports to make everything safer. From baseball to Broadway, Bill sponsors Senator Anna N. Kaplan. I'm a proud sponsor of this bill, Senator Anna Kaplan said to further protect, and said Assembly member Patricia Fay. Oh yeah, if only women's were in charge. The vaccinate passport's coming, right? Making it a crime to fraudulent say I got vaccinated so you could go to a ball game. What else we got here? Biden rallies nation for 4th of July shot deadline. Yep, and Anheuser-Busch, he laid out an aggressive campaign that will include incentives from sports leagues like free tickets to the Super Bowl and to Major League Baseball games. United Airlines is offering a year free flights in a sweepstake, only open to the vaccinated. And Anheuser-Busch has promised free beer to adults on Independence Day if the nation meets the president's goal. That's right, get a shot and have a beer, Biden declared. Free beer for everyone over 21 years of age. 21 years of age. What bullshit making up 20 years or you 1 year. When I was a little kid growing up, they gave me a little bit of wine and I was growing up. 21. Oh yeah, the official age is 21 because we're a bunch of dickheads and we're going to make that number up. Dickheads. And I can't use the other word to be proper because then they get mad at that. The administration has also created a web page, Vaccine Government Incentives. And biggest cash vaccine prize announced. New Mexico is going, we wrote about this in detail in the Trends Journal. $5 million cash award. Taxpayer money. And Biden got $1 million from Pfizer. $1 million from Pfizer. Hey, happy inauguration. That was the maximum they could give them. All right? And that is shit is, get your vaccination. Get your vaccination. Hey, Operation Warp Speed, Warped Head. Here, here's another dickhead for you. Right here. Over there, Connecticut. This is out of the toilet paper record. The New York slime. Officials who imposed and reimposed restrictions when coronavirus caseloads seem to go in only one direction, up. And now they're saying they're loosening up. Relish the transformation. Quote, I have spent the last year plus saying, stay home, stay safe. Governor Ned Lamont of Connecticut recently recalled. Now he says, I'm telling you, get out of the damn house. I'm telling you to go fuck yourself. Who the fuck are you to say stay home and stay safe, you stupid son of a bitch? Read your Trends Journal. Even in the New York slime, right here, we wrote this big story. The amazing resource. After that dope head that we got for the CDC head, Rochelle Walensky, Ms. Fatja Brut, they call her out. They said that the chances of getting the COVID outside, she said, was less than 10%. Oh yeah, less than 10%. Was it 9%? That's less than 10%. Was it 5%? That's less than 10%. After her comment, the tweet came from Dr. Nushin Razani, an epidemiologist at the University of California. She goes on to say, the article, and she was involved in this, the actual share occurring outdoors of getting the virus is probably substantially less than 1%. Substantially less than 1%, and this arrogant little fuck, the Connecticut governor, says, stay home, stay safe, and now I'm telling you, you're not telling me anything. You're only telling the little shithead morons that follow the shit that spews out of your mouth and all of the rest. Here's the fact right here. Less than 1%. Less than 1%. Less than 1%. And I got morons walking around outside with masks. And there's shithead scumbags all over the place. Here's some Melbourne. All you little freaky, gutless Australians, they took their guns away from you and they rob you of your freedom. Here's a story that just came out. 2 suspected cases of, quote, fleeting transmissions have been reclassified as false positives. As Melbourne enters its second week of lockdowns on Friday, an expert panel's review of the 2 cases found that people were not even infected. The examples are among a handful of cases cited to justify a 7-day extension to the lockdown, as they were considered evidence of the virus spreading between strangers. Handful of cases, hand jobs. Cases are false positives. Read the facts. Cases, how many died in Australia? 25 million people, under 1,000. 17 months, under 1,000 people, and little scumbags like Morrison and this little shithead they got there now, this acting premier, James Merlino. James, piece of shit, like that other little Andy boy you got over there, that they can't, when he fell down the stairs, he's gone. if the basis for the lockdown extension, this is here. The Australian reports Scott Morrison will commit, this is another thing, a 500-bed facility to the Avalon Airport, north of Melbourne, to put people there that come from other countries, that come from another country. $200 million. A standalone quarantine facility. Just hours before the city entered its second week of the lockdown on Friday, Victoria's Department of Health dropped a bombshell that will prompt fresh scrutiny of the 7-day extension. A bombshell? You should go to hell. Because that's what these scumbags have done. They've robbed us of our joy. They've stolen our freedom. A bunch of stupid shitheads. Lamont, Murphy, go fuck yourself. You lying little stupid pieces of shit. Got it? Don't believe me? Right here, Lamont. I'm telling you. Get rid of these politicians. Direct democracy like they have in Switzerland. Let the people vote. These bastards never... I got to use the other word. Bitches never work a day in their lives. They suck off the public tit. They're idiot imbeciles. Got it? The facts are here. Now, ready? EU launches digital wallet in latest state to go cashless. On and on, writing about this. Oh, anyway, so much more. So much more. What's going on in Israel, Iran, around the world. Oh, Ottawa ups fines to $5,000 for travelers who refuse to quarantine in a hotel. Ottawa, with that little other piece of garbage shit you got there, true dope. A daddy's boy, a little daddy's boy, born on third base, thought he had a home run, and that guy Strange you got there with that fat head blubber face telling people what to do about health. Up in Nova Scotia. What do you got? 75 people died out of 1 million almost, out of 1 million people in 17 months, and his dickhead is locking things down, and they're fining people like this? You better stand up and fight. This thing is going to get worse. I just told you what's going on in New York with the passport. Just showed you what's going on, this thing that just happened with the EU launches digital wallet. This is the beginning. Digital wallet, they know every damn thing you got. Where you went, how you did it, what you wear, and they're going to have the digital passports for the vaccinations. And when you read about the facts that we're writing about, I mentioned to you about the vaccine rates going up. Biden rallies nation for fourth shot. Yeah, that one. And you're talking about the numbers of people getting vaccinated and how much more that's going to go. You know what they're doing? The second round is coming. That's right. They're all gearing up for round 2 next year. So join me and the others. What a great group of people that we hear at our rally on Memorial Day weekend. Wonderful. Hearts of gold and generous. Great donations. Help us. Donate. Donate! Or follow your goddamn shithead leaders. Goddamn them. They should rot in hell because they're turning life on earth into hell on earth. And the United Church, the Universal Church of Freedom, Peace, and Justice, we want heaven on earth. These dickheads, oh, I'm going to be a dickhead all my life, and then I'm going to go to heaven when I die. Yeah. I know, Mary was a virgin, Buddha was born on a lotus blossom, and Moses came down with 10 commandments. Save it. Heaven is now. Heaven is now. And if we don't turn this around, it's only going to get worse. The facts are all here. The facts are all here. And in your Trends Journal. Again, I listened to the news all day yesterday. What a bunch of shit. They must think we're all morons. This is Gerald Celente, and that's some of today's trends in the news. The COVID-19 war has changed the world, but who's prepared? What's next? It's in your Trends Journal. Trends Journal subscribers are prepared. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. Read history before it happens. From the world leader in trend forecasting.